Perfect.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the newest edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik J in my new surroundings, and this is my player partner and my boxing bestie, BOXIANA and Ennis, with a little color pop going on. How you doing, friend?
You know, friend, it's a 3-day weekend. Everything's great. Wonderful. Hallelujah.
3-day weekend.
Yeah. Monday is a holiday, you guys. Monday is the 11th. Monday is Veterans Day. It is a holiday.
It is. Okay, so, I don't get very many of those at my job, so that is true. And friend, you are a veteran.
I am. Shout out to my military people. I heard y'all. Hope y'all turned up this weekend.
Did you turn up this weekend?
You know what? I cleaned up my home. And that's it. I did like spots. I didn't go into everybody's room and clean up. I didn't do that.
It doesn't sound like turn up.
No, I don't. I am almost 40, ma'am. I'm not turning up no more. Those turn ups is done.
What? Who told you the turning up has to be cut off at a certain
Listen,
age?
no, I'm not saying that because I tell everybody, they be like, you don't go do nothing. You be in the house. I have a teenager. I got 2 more years and my son gonna be grown. Y'all gonna be like, this girl is never at home. You gonna be like, friend, you gonna have to stay in. We gotta get a show in. You was just gone last weekend. You gonna start fussing at me. So right now, my kid is my priority. Are my priority. Like I have to mother. So, but when they grown,
Hey,
you're gonna be like, friend, you need to slow down. You're gonna give yourself a stroke or a heart attack or something.
I promise you, I won't be the one to
It's
tell you
not.
that. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you that. Not me. Not I. Mm-mm. But okay. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans in the house and whatnot. Y'all come on in the room because we do have much to discuss. Very exciting fight weekend. Very exciting fight night in Philly. Okay, we're going to talk all about it. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. I know it's a couple of people live right now tonight on YouTube as we are. So thank you guys for coming on in the room. Do us a favor, hit that like button so that the rest of the YouTuber can know that we are also on. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hey, RT, how you doing? Sean Terrence.com show. What's going down? Hey, Bullet Gibson in the house. Blue Arc, Mike Mose, how you doing? What's up, Big Joe Townsend? Georgia Peach, Denise, Mr. Make 'em Sick. I see the waves. Hey, Tavares Hall, Sticks and Jabs, D21519, and T-Cam Khan. How are you? Harvey Johnson, what's going down? Janae, how you doing? Hardcore Casual 254, Jason Pennywell, Canelo Duck Me, Rod Rodriguez, Eric O, Nakia, Make 'em Freeze, Corbin. How you doing, girl? Hey, Bo DZ, the late bloomer, Jim Brown, I see you, Shogun 76. Shaquilla Fields, hey girl, hey. Hi, Aaron Percy, Michael Ray, Joshua Connor, Willa Williams, D843 Chu C. Okay. I've never seen you in here, hey. Boxing and barbecue is in the house. Specs, I see you. Basil Lomachenko, phenomenal mix. Uh-oh. You say you ain't got no job, friend. Uh,
Yeah, I call me Tommy. You ain't never gonna know what I do.
she do something though. K Mix, what's going down? Oh, Rod. Rod, really? Is that what we're doing, Rod? Listen, Rod, I'm in the city. I still am repping them. That's just what it is. We're having a terrible season, Rod. I don't have any comeback. I concede. It's awful.
Friend.
It's awful.
And I don't like that clip of Dak that's going around where he was on the sideline. He was like, "We fucking suck." You
He knows.
do.
We do. We
You're the
do.
reason that they suck.
He is. He is. He's a part of it, yes. He doesn't care though, because he got his aid. So he like, it's been a terrible year. Really, really bad. I digress. My Heart Nations, what's going down? A bill? A bill, why you don't tell them to call you a bill and quit calling you Abel? I want you to stand on all 10 of your toes and stick your chest out and tell them how to pronounce your name. Because I get mad when I hear them mispronounce it. You tell them people to call you a bill. Okay? Um, Aaron Butler, Snoopy Mac, Trey Titan 176. I'm mad. How you doing? Brett Fox is in the house. Tevin Smith is in the house. 704 Joe is in.
Tevis, I see you with them headphones. Tevis got him with some Kanichi bears from on the boxing board Sunday. I was like, Tevis be everywhere, girl.
Wait a minute, our Tevis.
Our Tevis won some Kanichi bears on the boxing voice the other day. Yeah, our Tevis. Yeah.
Okay, Tevis. Hi. Brian Towns, I see you. Hey, Shaquille. They didn't take home. Oh, they didn't win, Quill. Oh. Tell Munchkin we said hey. Okay, so listen, Mark Harrison, I see you. Mo
You skipped over
2013.
one because I seen you was going through, but the comments is together. But D84 3 Chuck C, shout out to Charleston, South Carolina. I didn't want to skip over that, make you think we didn't see you. That should be moving kind of fast coming in.
Where he see? I just see beautiful ladies from him. Where he at? Where else is he?
It's between Phenomenal Mexican and a bill.
Oh, long time follower, all the way from Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, okay. Thank you. Listen, I heard Glow song, girl. Glow say, ooh. I was like, Glow so rough.
But see, I'm wretched because that's what I be listening to. Baby, I pull up to my job when I have to go in the office, and I know they be like, God damn, this who we had? Who the fuck is this? She don't act like that in her. But who is this? Because, baby, I'm telling you, you can hear me coming up the street, baby. I got my shit knocking. I got 612s. That's how you hear it. Oh, I'm crying. I'm telling you, friend, I know they be like, who the fuck is this? Because, damn, golly.
Listen, I really pick my poison when the ratchet, is concerned. But that damn Glow, it's something about Glow. She's so infectious and just authentic and just, that's really her. That is really her. She ain't trying to do nothing extra. She just, girl, when I heard, I was like, oh my, she's so rough. But I like her. Anyway, forgive us, y'all. That it's always one. The aunties have one young niece that they be like, she's so ratchet, but I still love her. That's Glow. That's Glow. That's Glow. Friend, I can't believe you be busting down the street knocking pictures out the while going to work though. Is that how you go to work?
Baby, listen, let me tell you, I'm with the shit. I'm telling you, I pull up into that damn parking place and they be like, ooh, I be rattling windows, baby. I got it up loud. And then don't let the weather be good. I got a little crack in my window so you can hear the shit coming out the window. I'm telling you. They be like, oh, this is a boy.
For real.
Yeah,
They
why
was
you got this shit up so loud, baby? I like a little thump.
a little thump.
I like a little thump.
That's a
Rattle
lot.
your seats a little bit. I'm telling you.
Canelo Dugme, thank you so much for the super chat. He said Bud versus Boost 2025. Ooh, we gonna get into it because I've been telling y'all. Tevin Smith, thank you. Tevin say I actually won 3 pair, 2 white ones, and a black pair. The balding boys to be showing. Look,
The Baldwin voice is lit. Shout out to them because they always shouting us out. Shout out to them. They be doing their thing.
wow. Brian Clark says, great weekend of boxing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Great weekend of boxing. Let's talk about it. Brian, listen, Brian, we about to get all the way off into it. We about to get all the way off into it. It was a lot going on starting Friday. I don't know if you guys caught our Friday show. We did another watch along during our show for the top rank card. We talked all about it. It was fabulous. And we'll probably hit the end of that, but we got a lot to talk about from yesterday's card. Yesterday's DAZN card was, listen, it was a hot one, but unfortunately, I did not get a chance to see a lot of it. I was moving and shaking in the city, but my friend kept me posted all night long. And so we're about to get into it, okay? Get all the way into it. Listen, I saw y'all coming in. Hey, mommy, I saw you drop by. Drink more water. I see you up in here. Friend, let's get on started because it was a lot going on yesterday. Um, we're gonna start with
Let's
Khalil.
go back.
Oh, let's go back
Don't
to
now. Let's
okay.
go back to Keyshawn. Give
Okay.
Keyshawn his little credit, then we'll get to Khalil because I'm hurt. You know
Well,
him and O'Shea. I love them. Them my boxing couple of the year. Oh baby, I had to clutch my chest. Hey, Chloe girl. Yeah, I had to clutch my chest, baby. I was yeah. But we give Keyshawn his credit, and then we'll go back to this because we missed some things from Friday.
okay, so we'll go back and revisit Keyshawn's victory Friday over Lemos, who came in completely said screw the contractual weight that I agreed to make. Came in over, what was he, 6 pounds over weigh in day, and came into the fight. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was worried. I was worried for Keyshawn about that. I don't like when people just completely miss weight, and he didn't miss weight by 2 or 3 pounds. He was a whole big old 6 pounds over, 6 pounds and some change. So I was a little worried. It was a homecoming fight. You know, you really don't know how people will perform under the big lights at home. So, it was a lot to consider. But Keyshawn came through with flying colors. He carried that entire card, him and his brothers. Let me go all the way back because he and his brothers showed up and showed out in Norfolk, Virginia. Okay. I loved how the city got behind them. I loved how all the prominent figures, sports figures from the city came out. They had Michael Vick, they had Bruce, what's Bruce Smith? I think it's Bruce Smith. They had the mayor sitting ringside. Listen, they showed up and showed out. The arena was packed. It looked beautiful on camera. Um, they sold it out. Baby brother had his debut performance. Older brother closed his show with a nice knockdown at the end. And then Keyshawn came on and he performed beautifully. The whole weight situation was a complete non-factor. He outclassed, outboxed, beat down a sloppy Lemos and made easy work of him. And he looks like he is ready for prime time. How did you feel about his performance?
Um, Shout out to Keyshawn. They did their very much biggest on that card. Him walking out with the band, his sister singing the national anthem, like his mom, very much big and in the picture, like the whole big family affair thing. I love that to see all of Virginia come out and support that boy. It was great. 10,000 seats. It's a lot of asses to put up in, and he put a lot of asses in those seats. So shout out to Keyshawn. Excellent performance. I thought he was great. He looked great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't expecting him to beat the shit out of Lemos like that, but he did what he had to do. So great job, Keyshawn. Um, I disagreed with the whole Javante knock knock. I was like, and you know me, I like to watch things and watch energies and how stuff work and move and stuff. Shakur and Keyshawn are gonna be beefing very, very soon. Might not be this year, it might not be next year, but it's gonna happen. Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Okay. Friend, why would you say a thing like that? Why are
Because hold
you?
on, the boy is a fucking hater. That's why. Shakur is a big, jealous motherfucking hater. And ain't nobody else gonna say it, because I'm gonna say a lot of stuff a lot of people really didn't pay attention to, because I'm a scene watcher. Y'all don't see me in much. I don't say much, but I know all the business. Okay? Shakur is a fucking hater. And like, I don't want to say the boy is jealous, but he ain't doing it like that where he at. And he got to invite the big dogs. He fighting on Thursdays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keyshawn on a Friday night, prime time. All my brothers is here. I put this shit together. I got a card full of good ass fights. Like, it
His real brother.
started.
His real brother.
His real brother, not you. Because if I would have put you on this card, you would have thought you could have out headlined me. And not to mention, Keyshawn only got 11 fights. He headlined his own card
11
with
fights.
11 fights. He had Abdullah Mason on his card. Abdullah got more fights than Keyshawn. He did this at 11 fights. That's enough to make a nigga sort of villain story, friend. And Keyshawn
You know what
was
that is?
festering.
You know what that is?
What?
He's their black version of Loma.
He is. And hold on, I'm gonna tell you. You know, Uncle Budrick, I've been big on Bud. Bud is Team Shakur and on Team Shakur only. He fooled with Keyshawn, but he don't fool with Keyshawn like that, because they asked Bud, what you think about Keyshawn fighting Tank next? And Budrick was like, he ain't gonna fight him before Shakur.
I can understand that though, friend.
And why the fuck not? If Keyshawn want to dare to be great at 11 fights and take his ass up there without that kind of experience, we're not holding back no more, friend.
It's not that I don't want to say he's holding back, but I can see if it's me and you, and then there's somebody else that we cool with, and she try to skip you in the line for something you've been waiting on, I ain't gonna be cool with that. I'm not gonna be mad at them for trying, but I'm gonna be team BOXIANA, because
Shakur put 10,000 asses in the seats on a Friday night with the performances that he put? Now, we're gonna have to be logical. It's Sunday, friend. I came to give everybody what they was asking for tonight. Can Shakur do that? That shit matters when it comes to fight and take. Sometimes, especially when in these bigger fucking fights, okay?
I get that. But you asking Bud though, and his loyalty is absolutely to Shakur Stevenson, which I get. I understand. So if you put a microphone in his face and ask him, he gonna tell you how he really feel, and I understand that. I ain't mad at Keyshawn though. I'm not mad at Keyshawn at all, but I'm not mad at Bud for saying what he said, because Shakur is his guy.
I don't give a shit. Y'all over there in the same camp. Y'all got the same big ass trainer. And me and Bo Mac cool now. Don't leave, friend. You stuck here tonight. Come back. It's Sunday. Come back. This is supposed to be the season of brotherly love. Like, you support your brother, friend. You never fucking go. That shit, that's sneak dissing.
No.
It is, friend. Because that's just like, okay, it's me, you, and Janae, right? It's me, you, and Janae, right? Okay. We agree. Me and you was together before me, you, and Janae was together, right?
Correct.
You would never go. You would never say Janae don't get this opportunity before I get this opportunity. You never say that shit.
I would.
No, you
Yes,
wouldn't.
if it was something that you had been trying to get, yes, I would.
Have he been trying to get it?
In the public eye, it seems so.
Yeah.
It seems
Same
so.
way he did Frank in the public eye, try to make it seem like Frank was asking for too much, and really, it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, I wouldn't be mean and ugly about it because there's no need to be mean and ugly about it. But I absolutely would be like, well, he can get the fight, but not before Shakur can get the fight. Janae can get the opportunity, but not before BOXIANA because Box been
No.
trying forever.
Yeah. See, and you know what, friend? I guess everybody got. I don't know. I got the dog mentality. It's enough for us around for everybody to fucking eat. If the shit come before Jeanette, if it come for her before it come for me, it's just like if it come for you before it come for me. I'm not gonna sit up and say, shit, Nik better get it. I think I don't know. It was the
Well,
wrong choice of words,
maybe
friend.
it was the wrong choice of words because I haven't heard the clip. Maybe it was the wrong choice of words. But what I'm saying is, if he got it, because that's the thing, neither one of them has been selected. Let's say that neither one has been selected. So if he did, if Keyshawn were to get the opportunity, I don't think Bud would be pissed off about it and mad about it or nothing like that. Now Shakur is a whole nother story. He's gonna have a dude, but if you asking somebody who should get the opportunity first, then I could understand him saying Shakur. I get that. I don't know. I don't think it was nothing wrong with it. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gun toting Democrat, you are a big fat nasty lie, and don't be on here talking about Nik J bias because she likes Shakur with only one fan boxer. That is not true. You must, and I know you're not new here. I know you've heard me go in on Shakur. I know you have. So don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not biased at all. I just feel like Shakur's been there trying to get that fight. Well, this is the one caveat to that. Shakur just got to 135. He's in Keyshawn has been at 135 his entire career, pro career. Shakur moved from 130 to 135. So if you want to say that, then you can say that. I get that. I mean, you know, if that's what you want to say, but I'm still under I feel like if it's an issue, then they can fight each other, and the winner of that fight can get taken. If that's how we gonna do it, that way we get two great matches.
Really, everybody can just fight each other because Keyshawn and Shakur is coming soon, and as soon as Keyshawn get on that vibe, Shakur gonna go to 140. I told y'all a long time ago, Keyshawn is who Shakur wants to be. He got on fucking Twitter and said, I wish we could post the sparring tapes of me and Keyshawn. Why you want to? Why?
He can't help himself.
Why?
He's so envious. His eyes should be green, and I mean like Kelly green, because he gives off envy and jealousy. It just seeps and pours out of him. And I'm talking about Shakur at this point. When I saw that, I was like, what reason would you have to say that after all this time you've been telling us that y'all brothers and y'all would never fight and it's just y'all don't have to deal with it and this, that's that? Why, after his really good, eye-opening, devastating performance, would you then come on and say, man, we got sparring footage, I should drop? We don't want to see you spar. We want to see y'all fight.
Shakur is, what is that cat you used to call him? What did you call him?
Oh, Templeton. He is the rat from Charlotte's Web. He is Templeton. He is definitely
Templeton.
fly ass Templeton from Charlotte's Web. That's the vibe he gives me. If y'all don't remember Charlotte's Web, that movie, that cartoon from way, way back when, he the fat rat Templeton. That's him. That is him. That is him. Let me get to some of these super chats because y'all been in here cutting up. Let's see. Brian Clark. Okay. Mahari Nation, thank you so much, Abil. He says, thank you, Nik. They act too ignorant. Much love. No problem, Abil. No problem. I'm gonna have to get on them. You're gonna have to spell it phonetically so they can know how to pronounce it. You know how Niggers could have. .com show, he says, yeah, Boots needs to leave Bud alone. Listen, I've been trying to tell y'all, trying to push that man to 154. Canelo, duck me. He says, light skin shut down his Twitter. Yeah, we gonna talk about old Tankerous. Oh, Tankerous didn't shut his Twitter all the way down. Oh, Tankerous. He been acting cantankerous, throwing fits and whatnot, so he shut his Twitter down. Tevin Smith, thank you so much. He says, unlike a lot of these fighters, Keyshawn showed out in his hometown. Really is the businessman, and he looks like the best opponent Tank has fought in years. Tank would have fought in years, but do we really think Tank is gonna fight him? We'll see. We'll see. So there's that. What do you have anything else on Keyshawn, Shakur, that whole saga? And if you are Tank and the next fight has to be somebody, one of them, who do you think Tank is picking?
Shakur.
And tell me why.
And y'all don't be mad because y'all know I'm a Tank fan. I don't think Tank want to fuck with Keyshawn for real. Because Frank was hitting on him. And I know y'all like say, oh, he got knocked out. Up until Pitbull Cruz had one of the best performances up against Tank. Rolly also did more decent than what we thought. Frank is up there with the performances against young Gervonta. I think he gonna go after Shakur first because that's the easier fight. Shakur can't cut off the ring. That's why he was running from Edwin De Los Santos.
Well, interesting. Very interesting. Because, and I say this, it's interesting for many reasons. Keyshawn just put on a really good performance. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but he did put on a very good performance. We have Tank is supposedly fighting sometime. They're saying December still, maybe January. Who knows at this point, especially since the cantankerous one has deleted his Twitter. Who knows when he's fighting? But also, we've got when that Shakur is fighting in February. So it will line up better. It would probably be a better opportunity scheduling wise. If he's going to fight somebody that the fans actually want him to fight, it would make sense for him to fight Keyshawn because they're more on the same schedule. And this is if Tank fights in December or January. But we shall see. I'll take either or. Honestly, I will take either or. With Keyshawn, I think I would see more action in the fight. And the one thing that I did take away that I liked that Keyshawn said, and I retweeted it, he said, everybody's always talking about what happens if Tank, if Tank catches somebody, but what happens if I catch him?
And I saw a comment in the comments that was really interesting, and I got to scroll up because I agree. I'm going to let you read that.
Brian Clark says, Tank is a silver tooth baby, but Keyshawn went to Crazy House for a few months, so he can match that energy.
So, all that mind gaming shit that Tank like to do before, I don't want him to fight him right now. I want Shakur to get a little bit more experience. Like, and when I say Keyshawn, I want Keyshawn to get a little bit more experience. So I'm not saying fight him tomorrow in the next two fights. My silver tooth theory ain't wrong. Tank ain't been hurt. And it's because nobody has enough power to make Tank respect them. He don't respect nobody if you can't match his energy. He'll take some punches from you to see what you got. But once he done felt your biggest shit, you in trouble. I don't want that for Keyshawn right now. Like, he can match his energy, but he needs some time to do it. And by the time they do it, they're going to be like, oh, Tank was old. He beat Tank as an old man.
Friend, that's another piece that I'm going to push back on. I'm going to push back on that because Keyshawn is 27 years old? He's like 27. He is a two-time, I want to say, Olympian. So he has all that experience that these other young guys that say, for instance, a Frank Martin didn't have because he didn't have that amateur pedigree. Keyshawn has that. He has that. And so it is time. If he can land it, I'm not going to be mad at it at this point. And you can't pick and choose when you want to say you're ready and when you're not. Either you're ready or you not. So he's saying he's ready. He ready. He's got Bo Mac in his corner, Red in his corner. He's ready at this point. If he ain't fighting Tank, if he ain't fighting Shakur, I'm gonna need you to be fighting Andy Cruz or Frank Martin because that's what you said you wanted at this point. I don't want no other touches, easy touches, or no shit like that for Shakur. I mean for Keyshawn. That performance, that crowd has put him in another stratosphere. So I want for him everything he wants for himself. How about that? So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, Janae want to get on. Send out a link, friend. So let's go to the DAZN card because that is why the folks are really here. Let's come on in and talk about the DAZN card. Friend, I want to. You got it? Okay. So going to the DAZN card, Shakur had a really busy weekend, honey. He was in Norfolk for Keyshawn's card, and then he went on up to Philly for his good friend Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford was on that card, but before we get to Raymond Ford, there was an upset on that card. Khalil Cole, who I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I wasn't real familiar with, but my friend is. Go ahead, tell the people about Khalil Cole, girl.
Hurt my spirit, friend. When I tell you, I ain't never like it hurt me. That's all I can tell you because like I be following. Remember how the other day I was talking about the sisters are better than the brother?
Yes.
He's dating one of the sister boxers, and she's really, really good. Her name is O'Shea Jones.
Really?
She an Olympian.
Who was her brother?
Otha Jones.
Oh, okay. I remember that name. Okay.
Well, her and Khalil Cole are a couple.
Okay. And
yeah. So.
Well, yeah, we got our good sister. She said she needed to get some things off her chesticles.
Oh shit!
Hey, girl.
Hi, friend. You're so funny.
Janae is back in the house. Hey, Janae.
Hi, y'all. I missed y'all, and I was like, this is too good of a night for me to not come on with my shenanigans.
How you doing? Uh-oh. Is it me or is it y'all?
It's what? It's up. There she go. Yeah. There she go. Yeah.
You good?
Okay, I'm here. Boxy, you looking Rican.
Ain't you looking real Rican?
I know. Hi, me. Hi, friends.
Hi, you guys. Okay, so we was talking about Khalil Cole, okay? Khalil got his ass beat to beat, y'all, and I wasn't expecting it to go like that. That Mexican man he was fighting was putting the beats, brakes, what's the gaskets, all that on his ass, hands to feet, both of them. And like, I don't know, man. It was just, he was doing great. And I don't know what happened. I think he got him with a punch that changed his outlook on how the fight was going. He got on them ropes and stayed on them ropes. He was on those ropes damn near permanently, friend. He just would not get off of them. And every single time he would get like in a situation, he'd get back on them damn ropes. I was like, man, let's get out of here. And shit, he fucking kept catching him. He knocked him down that first time. He survived. And I was like, okay, maybe we got us one here. Like the dog is finna come out. Well, he knocked him down again, and then he knocked him down again, and then he went back to the corner. And I thought they were like considering calling it in the corner because they were talking and they kept looking back and looking over, and they looked down at him and they were real concerned. I was like, I don't know how this gonna go, but he lost his belt last night. He loved that belt. He was having breakfast with that belt, friend. I mean, for real, he loved that belt. He did. And to see him lose that shit last night, I was like, damn, this is a cold way to go.
Damn. Well, I don't want to bring the jokes because he Galagos, I think was how you pronounce the last name. He hit him with the body shot, and he was not the same after. I think that was into round 2 or in round 3. He hit him to the body so hard, he was like, you could tell after that his whole demeanor changed. What I was extremely offended about last night was his coach's ass crack being plattered all over.
Fred, I thought I was tripping. Fred, I'm so glad you was out moving, because if you would have saw that man's booty cheeks, and like, friend, it was like the mountain ass, so it was just the top of it, and his shirt was not long enough in the back. Every time they flashed over him, he was linked over. I was like, why they keep showing me? Ew.
He was bigger than Bomac, okay?
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Yes.
Yeah, he is.
That brother couldn't even get through the ring ropes. And then when he did, I was blinded. I had to go like this.
Yeah.
I couldn't even, I had to like rinse my eyes out. I couldn't see good after that until, yeah.
Oh.
Coaches, I need y'all to get it together.
At least Bomac know better. Bomac wear a long shirt and a jacket, because big people always pulling their pants up. They don't have enough ass to hold their pants up, you guys. That's why they always pulling their pants up. But yes, it was everywhere.
I'm still stuck on that too. Bigger than Bomac.
He is humongous, friend.
For real.
Yes.
I'm not even, now that part wasn't the joke. That was serious, Nik. He was big and wide. The canvas might have had come down. Like it was bad. Then when he got to the end of the fight, he just didn't even get in the ring. I think he knew at that point, like, maybe I should stop. And
you know what? I ain't being funny, friend. Like, when I say this, I'm trying to tell you how big this man was. You remember Gary Antoine, them daddy? Why y'all say that? What's wrong with y'all? I mean, no. I hate y'all. Why you leave like that? He what, friend, for real? Like that.
I didn't get on here trying to encourage this tonight. Okay, I just want to say that. Okay, I came on here to be good and just
we all know that Gary Antoine, them daddy, was known for being a big man. He was a boxing coach, but he was a big dude. And when he got bigger, like, he was big. All right, I'm done. I don't want to play with y'all no more. I'm finna leave.
But aside from his coach being large and round, I will say this. I did appreciate when he went back to the corner and he sat down on his stool and he said to him, he really wanted to throw in the towel, but as a coach, he knew his guy and he tried to let him go back out there, but he got hit with one more punch and that was the end of that. But you know what? It's better he take a loss now and he can at least still rebuild himself and build himself back up versus you catch a L like this later on.
Okay, so this is my question, because again, I'm not extremely familiar with the gentleman. How many fights in is he? Do we know how many fights in he is? And what I want to know from you both, because I didn't watch this fight, I haven't seen it yet. What was the contributing factor? Because I heard Eddie Hearn in the post fight, and he was basically saying he was not in great condition, and he looked like he was in tip-top condition body-wise, but clearly after he got hit in the body, I saw the recap of the fight. When he got hit to the body, that's what stopped the fight. He kept getting hit to that body, and he was not able to perform after that. He could not. I don't know if something was broken, if a rib was broken, or if it just knocked the wind out of him.
Did you hear that? Oh, well, you didn't hear that punch. I guarantee you that shit was broken, because after he got hit, he kept that arm tucked on that rib so he wouldn't touch it. He got 9 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. So he's still real early in the game.
Okay,
A loss now ain't nothing. But he was out of shape. And like, you know me, I be sitting, like I said, I sit back and watch stuff, right? They do a lot of eating. And when I say they do a lot of eating, like, they be doing food testing reviews, like cute couple shit, friend, but they do a lot of eating. They eat in the morning, they be doing snack reviews, like all kind of shit. So yeah, he live with his woman. They eating.
Listen, if you're gonna be serious about this boxing thing, one of the first things you gotta learn how to do is be prepared physically. If you are not prepared physically, you're going to lose almost every time. And I say that because physically, when you're in tip-top condition, it helps you to be able to stomach those punches. It helps you to be able to move through or walk through punches that would typically put somebody else that wasn't in great shape down and out. And we're going to talk about that when we talk about Boots Ennis, because, baby, had he not been in absolutely tip-top condition, we might have had a different kind of story today.
I don't feel like he wasn't in shape. I really just think that listen, first, and then the boy he was fighting, he's from Sinaloa, Mexico. Okay, like where the cartel is. He was punching the leather off of those gloves. Like man. And I think what really threw me for a loop was the first 2 rounds, Cole really had it down pat. Like he kept him outside. He wasn't trying to stand there and trade with him. Cause that's what, not trying to be funny, that is what most Mexican fighters are known for. They like to stand there, they gonna brawl and they want to bang. Right. And when he gave into that, that's how he lost that fight.
Why did he give into that though?
I think just like maybe a mental thing, or thinking like he could stomach that. But I'm telling you, he hit him in that 3rd round and he was like, oh, I'm not about this life. But after he saw that he was, after the I can't say his name. I want to say it's Galagos. Something like that.
Galagos, something like that.
Yeah, when he saw that he hurt him, he did not let up off him after that point going forward. He literally brutalized him for the rest of the fight. So I don't know that it was a out of shape thing, as it more was just like he hit him so hard that he was just like,
his whole shit.
Oh, I don't want to do this no more. and he got knocked down twice.
Yeah, he did. Before the knockout, before he couldn't get up off the again.
So, and they were all to the body.
That's what I'm saying. It was body shots. When he saw he hurt him there, he kept going there, which is smart. It's extremely smart for any boxer. When you see that you've hurt somebody somewhere, keep going there. So
yep, and that's what he did. And so he got the upset. That was rough to watch. I will say that was
Jim Brown. We don't put all our stock in them. We just notice talent before, when they're young, and you can notice some talent, but they're young, so they may have hiccups and mishaps. It's not that we putting our all into them. It's just that, we look at the young boxers and you can see who's potentially going to have something, who's not. That's all. Don't say that, and like.
Oh, go ahead, Nik. Sorry.
Well, like she said, like Box said earlier, this is early in his career. He can bounce back. Better that he experienced this now and learn from it and, move forward. So, yeah, it's not that. Listen, I don't expect everybody to go 50-0. So if that's what you're thinking, baby, we can't even
Y'all
talk
need
about
to stop watching boxing.
Yeah, we can't even discuss boxing because that's not what I'm trying to. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, it ain't no. You ain't got to apologize, baby. We just talking boxing. That's what we do over here. I just happened to see your comment. So.
Before we get too deep into the card, so because y'all was on Shakur, and we got to circle back a little bit.
Yes.
So y'all know his cousin made his debut last night.
Yes.
When you talk about hater, listen, could not give his own cousin props for his debut fight. Oh, well, I thought he had an okay performance. We need to go back in the gym and work on some things. This is this boy's first fight in Philly with Bam, Boots, and literally that was his commentary. I've never seen such hateration in my life.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I skipped right over this. Richard Paris, thank you so much. He says, just a little support from the islands. Good night to the beautiful ladies of the panel. Thank you so much. Tell us again what island you're from, because I had no idea until I saw you on BF. What island are you from again? Let me know. And thank you so much. But friend, he critiqued his cousin's debut like that,
which is really crazy to me, because for somebody who can't stand for people to critique him and how he performs, he always has something to say, but be the last one to listen. He literally got on, as Boxy likes to say, national television and told these folks he needed to work on his footwork. There's more. We need to get back in the gym. There's some things we could tweak. This is his first pro fight. I had to catch him. I had to catch it. How this is your cousin? Damn. That is really crazy to me. And I thought that he did really well for his debut.
Ain't no love in this
I
sport
thought
of
he
boxing,
put on a
especially when it comes to
fantastic
Shakur.
performance. And
Shakur don't have no love for nobody but himself. That's it.
He really cannot help himself, y'all.
No, he can't.
He can't. And everybody thought, when he did stuff to other folks, it was all funny and it was cool because it was somebody that y'all didn't like. When I told y'all he was Templeton and he was a snake, yeah, he got, I don't want to call him no hoe, but he got hoe ass tendencies.
That really just disappointed me. It's just more disappointing than anything, because I make a case on how the OGs treat guys like Errol, how they treat guys like Bud, and then and I would even say, right, like Tank, how they treat Shakur, how they treat Devin. They don't really embrace them. And then for you to turn around and do that to, again, your own blood cousin, but somebody else who's going to come up through boxing, is just really, it's mind blowing to me. And then boxing is a lonely sport, baby.
It really is.
It's your own cousin.
And that should be eye-opening to the other boxers around him that are cool with him. Y'all that's an eye. That should give you a little cause to pause. Because
that's why when nephews start going in on him, I don't be saying nothing. Whack him again.
Well, Victor, thank you so much. He says, Queens, your friend is crazy, beautiful, and it's natural too. Oh my God, just innocently saying, oh, you got a fan.
Oh, you is your daughter. Your daughter and you are the same. Unhide your face, Chloe. Shit.
Stormy B Man, thank you so much. He says, thus the nickname Shitty Cuz. Just saying. I'm just saying, he really looked like Templeton. He growing his hair out, looking all shaggy and whatnot, looking like just any old thing. Listen, all I know is this, and we gonna close the the conversation on him and Keyshawn. All I know is this: the pressure has been put on him tremendously after their performance, and if he fights Zapata in February, and it's not a jaw-dropping performance, Keyshawn is going to skip the line on him, and nobody's going to bat an eyelash because nobody wants to see you run. Use your footwork so eloquently in a fight with Tank Davis. They're not. Just saying. But getting back to the DAZN card from yesterday. Congratulations to, I think his name is Manuel Gallegos, with the win over Khalil Cole. And after that, we had another one of Shakur's homies, friend to our Twitter, Raymond Ford debuted at 130 pounds yesterday. And again, Raymond Ford had a nice little old outfit on. I don't know who be putting him together, but they put him together real nice.
And he got the good fur. Like, you could tell the difference in the fur and the choices. Boot shit didn't look as good as Raymond shit. And like, I didn't want to say that initially until I saw it. Raymond shit is thick and full and it's perfectly put together. Like, he works on his outfits hard.
Boots be having this snuffleupagus Muppet fur, and I hate it. I've been saying it for years. He's gonna always have it on. I guess that's his signature. He's gonna always have on the fur when he walk out. But it's always that Muppet snuffleupagus, Oscar that kind. I don't like that. I don't like that kind. And
the gerbil pellets he was chopping.
I don't like that kind. Anyway, Ray Ford, honey, came out looking like good in round 1. Okay, I was shocked because I was able to see that. Was able to see round 1, and I saw him land a nice right in the jaw area of his opponent and knocked him silly. After that, got back to what I was doing because I felt like that fight wasn't going to last too long. Unbeknownst to me, it went the distance. Friends, tell me how that fight went.
Raymond a dog. And he got some dog in him. 130 looks good on him. I can't wait to see what's next for him. He was in there banging, like he was hurting his opponent, and then like the guy was trying to like talk shit to Raymond, trying to tell him to come to the center of the ring and shit. They get in there, Raymond started busting his ass up, and I was like, why you keep asking him to come in here with you, sir? And then he started running, and he ran the rest of the fight. Ray was trying to, like, he got some things to work on. Cutting off the ring is a big, huge thing. Like, once he learns to cut the ring off at that weight, y'all got a real problem on your hands. Like, he damn near gonna be unfuckwittable. Like, Raymond got some talent, and like, I think we had a little mishap because he thought that I was like, I don't want to say hating on him, but I said he had got on the ropes. And ever since then, I hadn't seen Ray on the ropes. He was on his dog shit last night. He got in there middle of that ring, and then it got to the point where he was telling the dude, nah, you get your ass in the middle of the ring because I'm not finna keep chasing you. Dude was literally running. If he could run backwards at like a sprint, he ran the 4 last night, friend.
Damn.
And like, shout out to Raymond. He did his thing, and like he was conditioned because he never stopped chasing him. He kept throwing them fucking punches. Like, he did what he was supposed to do, and he looked good doing it. I love the outfit. Rainbow Fish is still my favorite. You know what I'm saying? But that blue and that red, it hit last night. Like, it just looked good in the light. He not afraid of them lights.
Yeah.
He going in there to fight. He another one of the ones that, yeah, I'm making money off this shit, but this how I get my shit off. So he in there really actually fighting because he love the game. So
no, he's not a senior prospect, sweetie. He was a champion at 126. He just moved up to 130. So no, he's not a prospect. He's a champion that moved up to a new weight division. if you're talking about Raymond Ford.
I agree with Fred. That extra weight looked good on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't look drained. He looked more confident. And even coming off of that tough fight with Nick Ball, like you can really tell any remnants of that. Like he really looked good. And I know everybody be mad at Ray because he likes to talk a lot of them guys at 130 better tighten up. I don't want to be the one to say it, but they better tighten up because yeah,
that power
good.
came with him. When I tell you he's strong at 130, he go up to 135 and he get better while he there at 130. You might want to be a little iffy.
And keep in mind, he's very young. I want to say he just turned 24, maybe.
Like 23, 24. Yep, you're right,
He's very young. So please keep that in mind. He's growing into divisions and getting better, and he's young. I remember when we used to say that about other fighters, and they ain't young like that no more. They 27 and whatnot. Anyway, moving on.
Who you talking about, friend?
Mr. Ennis. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next fight of the night, the big one. We're gonna talk about Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Okay, Lil Bam came in there, and Bam just really wasn't trying to be in there all night. Bam said, "Look, I got stuff to do," and
that goddamn tooth man. Shout out to Jesse Bam Rodriguez,
who's carrying Texas on his back right now, because he all we got at this point. The football is sucking. The boxers ain't doing what they supposed to do. Bam all we got right now, and Bam hitting that shit.
Bam walking through with his boots on and his glasses on, and he telling folks to hold his beer, and he getting the job done with no questions. Like, ain't no questions when it comes to Bam Rodriguez. He's in there. Last night, he was tight. He was high and tight last night. It was high and tight, and it was like he was stalking from the jump. It didn't last long. We got 2 good rounds. 2. Was it 2? 2 good rounds.
Two and a little bit of change.
2 and a little bit of change. I really don't have much to say because it wasn't, it wasn't a long night. He got in there and he just focused. Another one that's young. Okay. Moving up the weight classes. Now, a lot of y'all don't know a lot about Bam. I think it was great that he was on this card. He got a lot of eyes on him. But Bam about that action. Okay. He can box, but he likes to fight. He likes to brawl. You're going to have to fight.
Shout out to Robert Garcia. He got them in that gym on a different level.
Listen, I'm excited for Robert. Robert trying to get him another Trainer of the Year award. He got Bam out here with a belt. He got Rayo out here with a belt. Who else his corner is he in? Because he's in somebody else's corner. I just can't think of him right now. Robert Garcia say, hold my beer too. Like, y'all be talking about Bo Mac. We ain't heard much about Derrick James in a while, but Robert Garcia said, hey, go ahead, friend.
We left off somebody, and we can't skip over him. Ammo Williams. Hey.
Talk about it.
I don't know who regulated his medicine. Fran, come back.
I'm coming.
I don't know who regulating his medicine. They put him on the right shit. He looks mentally fucking healthy. And like, I didn't think we were ever going to see Ammo Williams like that again, friend. He started wearing them fucking tails and shit. Like, he pulled that shit right out the ass and came in there with both feet, friend. Like, the butt plug is gone. And I hope he don't never bring it back. Don't leave, friend. Come back. Come back.
Listen,
Hello?
friend, I was dying because me and you tweeted that at the same time last night.
That shit was super freaking crazy. Like the butt plug was draining all his powers. He couldn't concentrate trying to hold that thing in his ass while he was fighting. It's weird. He couldn't do it. He got rid of it and look at him. He a killer now. Emma went in there and put both feet on the ground, balled them bitches up in his shoes like this, and said, "Let's get active." And that's what he did, friend. When he was done, he shouted out to all his people, "Thank you to my team." He spoke clearly. Friend, whoever is doing the medicine, they got him on the right shit.
Shout out to his psychiatrist. We're showing love to everybody tonight.
Everybody, shout out to everybody. Whoever thought to mix those meds together, they did their biggest.
That's the right mix, whatever it
Friend,
is.
whatever he on right now, that was the right mix. And he said, all y'all thought I was gone.
Yeah,
that's it, drink. That's it, drink. That's it, drink.
Yeah, Hasma did it real bad. He got it back on track. Okay.
Listen, sometimes you got to get a whooping to reset you.
I'm happy for Mo, y'all. I really am.
Listen, you look great.
I want to ask the chat because it's somebody that was in that division a while ago when Mo first came on the scene. I don't know if it's Mo and Truck that were coming together. Is that who it was? Mo and Truck Simpson? Because Mo is from Houston. Does he train out of Houston? And
Mo, yes.
Is Mo the same guy that be dancing and stuff that be going to the studio? Okay. All right.
Remember, there was two Mos at one point in time.
Who is the other dude?
I can't remember who the other Mo was, but there was two Mos at one time.
It's somebody that they all came in kind of together. They were new.
But Truck is a part of their little
group. Yeah, and they were like in 154, 160. Who
Truck got beat, and it kind of just went. He on a rocky kind of path.
Yeah. So okay. All right. Let me get this super chat. Thank you so much, JP City. He says, salute to the ladies. Bam is a literal Hall of Famer right now. And that's not true, BOXIANA. Y'all have Shocky too. Oh, Shocky too.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about, like just going in, putting on dominating performances with no shit behind it. Like we had to go like get on the nigga neck for them to even reconsider giving Oshaki this fight. I was on Twitter for 15 days tagging Top Rank and Mauricio Suleiman saying, y'all, we need to keep the attention on this or this boy ain't never going, he got robbed. Help us.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about boxers that are decisive. That's what I'm saying. And up until Bohachuk, I had Virgil in that discussion too. But let me tell you something. I still have questions about that victory that he got over Bohachuk. So I want him to shut my mouth for me, please, Virgil.
Well, what you know?
Well, hold on. We done talking about ammo?
Yes. I am.
Shout out. I just one last time have got to shout out Bam Rodriguez. That boy, he going in the Hall of Fame. And another one that's only 24.
That young and dominant. I love to see it.
The footwork. He was the smaller guy last night, so that's why he had the high guard Nik. The IQ, the power, the angles, anything you want. And Bam, he will box. He gonna brawl. Whatever you want to do. I love Bam.
Yeah, me too. I do too.
And Bam is one of those people who are an exception to the game who gotta have his wife and his kids there in order for him to train correctly. Oh yeah, they left because they had doctor's appointments. He was like, they were gone like 48 hours. He was like, nah, I need y'all to come back because this ain't cutting it.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
They brought that up on the card last night, and because when he got out of the ring, he went straight for his baby, and they were talking about it then, and that's very commendable because that's commendable.
I love that for him, that it focuses him, because sometimes having a family, a new baby, a new lady, not new lady, but just relationship and stuff, it's hard to balance the two for some people. And so it looks like he has been able to balance the two. Crazy, because we are in a point in boxing where a lot of the youngsters are coming up and doing well, and they're all having children. Like, it's been a baby boom in boxing. If we think about it, I ain't gonna name all the folks that got churn and new cheering and whatnot, but it has been a big baby boom. They're new. Some have some on the way, and so I am very interested to see how it plays itself out, or if it makes any difference in their careers moving forward. Because sometimes it can straighten you out, it can mature you and give you some focus. Sometimes they will lose focus because they're putting all their focus there and they're not training the way they should. So it's going to be interesting to see how these boxers with new children, especially the younger guys, how they move forward and look in their next matches.
Well, if his girlfriend ever watches this, I just want to tell you, you have a good man, Savannah. And you better hold on to that one, because I'm being honest. There's not a lot of guys that's like him. Listen, that young man walked out the ring and went straight to his baby.
Yeah. Good for him. Good
And
for
he
her.
kissed her mama first. Don't know that. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good man, Savannah. Okay, you hold it. Listen, and he's a dog. Listen, we also as OGs have to tell these young girls too. Sometimes you got a good one, and then sometimes you don't. Like,
correct.
That's
And
not no man you give a hard time.
no, let him make it a little bit. Let him slide.
Okay,
Listen, the thing, you know what? It's so funny because I have this conversation a lot with my guy. Like, Bam is so unassuming when he's not in the ring. If you saw him somewhere at the store or somewhere, he's already a small fella, but he's gonna have his little Harry Potter glasses on, his wire rim. He gonna have his little tattoo over here on the side, so he's very confusing because it's like he looked like a nerd, but he got a face tattoo. That don't really go together. And I could see somebody like looking at him thinking, that's easy work, and getting their feelings hurt real bad before they realize what's going on. I just love that. I think about that all the time, even with female boxers. Like, women who are unassuming, who you wouldn't think got hands, like the girl in the UFC, Thug Rose, bald-headed Thug Rose. She looks so unassuming, weird looking, but will hurt you bad, real bad. Anyway, that plays through my mind. So y'all be mindful when y'all be out here. When I say mind your tone and delivery, you don't know who you be dealing with. That's the kind of stuff I mean. That right there. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Shout out to Ammo and his team for gathering him and getting him back out there to get him a W and back on the track, the winning track and whatnot. Okay. All right, y'all been waiting on us to talk about this main event, and we are here. Okay, we had Boots and Karen, a fight that nobody wanted to see again for the second time, yet we were there to watch. And I told y'all on Friday, I felt like this was going to be a little bit more tedious than a lot of people were expecting. And damn it, was it not? Was it not? But now, all right, thank you so much. She says, do y'all think women should be fighting 3-minute rounds? But now that's a good question. Before we get into Boots, ladies, what y'all think about that?
I think we need one more minute, because sometimes when we get to that 2-minute mark, they still be in the zone and then they stop it and break it up. I think, or at least an extra 30 more seconds, if not a full minute. At least another extra 30 seconds, at least.
What you think, Janae?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no, just because a lot of times, like, I don't know if we need an extra minute. I mean, not saying it like this, right? But I think like the 2 minutes is enough for the girls. They like, oh my God, who just fought? Was that, Michaela and what's her name? Sandy, that got the paint thrown on her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the 2 minute rounds is just enough time for them. I feel like they just get in there and they start brawling because they know it ain't a whole lot of time. I feel like for them, the 2 minutes makes it a little bit more urgent and it makes it more intense and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I could see how maybe they would need like an extra 30 seconds or a minute because, sometimes you just warming up when you get to that 2 minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for them, it gives it a little bit more urgency and like we see more action because they know they only got 2 minutes.
Okay. Now, right now, correct me if I'm wrong. It's 2 minute rounds, 10 rounds, or 2 minute rounds, 12 rounds.
10
12
rounds.
rounds for
2
championship
minute,
fights.
10 rounds. 10 rounds.
Even championship fights are 10 rounds for women?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I think. I would prefer, like, I don't mind it now, how they have it now. But if they're not going to add a minute, I would much rather see, especially in championship fights, them add an additional 2 rounds. So if it's going to be 2 minutes, give me 2 minutes, but give me 12 rounds in a championship fight. Now, if you're going to do 3 minutes, I would drop it down to 3 minutes, 8 rounds, 3 minutes, 10 rounds for championship fights. That's what I would do. Yeah. But when you Golden Girl Gabby, you ain't got to worry about that. Because Golden Girl Gabby said, hold my beer. I got these 2 minutes. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I'm gonna finish my food early. That's what Gabby said. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, good question, but I thank you so much for coming through with that super chat. So listen, ladies, let's get straight to it. Boots, Ennis, Kareen Shashudagan, and I know I didn't say that right, but I tried. Anyway, nobody was asking for this fight. However, Kareen kept saying he was going to fight a different fight this time. He kept saying he was going to stay in the pocket and, he's going to bring something different. He was going to fight a different fight. And nobody really believed him. Nobody thought he would. But he actually did what he said he was going to do, made for a very entertaining fight. I told y'all on Friday, if Boots don't knock him out and get him out of here, it wasn't going to be a good look for him. And lo and behold, last night and all day today, most fans, even though Boots won the fight clearly to most people, most fans are a bit disappointed with what they saw yesterday. Janae, how did you feel about Boots' performance? How did you feel about Karen's performance? And I want to say this before I forget. I just want the energy in the boxing spaces to remain the same for everybody, because that's what y'all love to say. Keep that same energy. I want the energy to remain the same for not only the boxers, but their corners and their trainers. I want people to keep the same energy, because y'all love to talk about the boxing dads and who know boxing and who don't. I don't know none of these boxing dads who have ever trained a world champion other than one. But y'all keep telling me that one don't know what he's doing. So I just want everybody to keep that same energy before we get, too far gone. Anyway, go ahead. Good night.
Do y'all want me to start with the gossip, or do y'all want me to start with the fight? Well, it's not. Well, this is a chat. This is all allegedly, okay? Because we need Janae to get more information.
Allegedly. That's the word. Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I had told y'all a little while ago that our young Boots was being set up for the okie doke.
You did. The last time you were here, you did.
And I think that got is becoming more apparent, right? Because funny, Connor Ben was at the fight last night. Now all of a sudden he wants to fight Boots. He's no longer banned. Okay. Then in the midst of Boots training for this fight, right, we start hearing swirlings of, oh, well, let's make Boots versus Virgil on the Riyadh season card in February. Now, Chad, I want y'all to just hold on to that, okay? So, the fight. Everett, if you see this, please still hire me because I like y'all over there, but I have to be truthful. I have to be truthful. I have to be truthful. I have to be truthful.
Say it.
I also said last time I was here that his own dad has come out and said he got a pit bull in a cage, and I want them to let it out. We ain't seen the pit bull yet. We didn't. That's not what we saw last night. We saw a lot. I think that Karen just is one of those fighters that has Boots' number. He hit Boots with so many left hooks and straight rights. And there were several times in the fight that he had Boots stunned.
He just has a really good poker face.
He does. But also, I think Karen is too big for 47 now.
So he's drained too?
I think that he does. If someone, Virgil, hit Boots with those same punches, we would have seen a completely different fight last night. If somebody a little bit bigger, and somebody not even maybe even bigger, right? Just someone maybe his size, close to his size, and that is in their weight, and they've been there, and they know, yeah, Boots would have been out of his boots yesterday. Karen hit him. Karen knew exactly what to do. Boots punching, Karen is punching. And they're trading shots. He hit him with left hooks. He hit him with straight rights. Like he had his number to a T. To a T. He had him. And then he's a veteran, right? Like at one point, Boots was, on top of him. He just took a knee because he was like, let me stop. Let me reset. Let me get myself together. And so it was I didn't think the Boots was going to knock anybody out. I didn't think that. I thought that it was going to be a good fight. Karen definitely came to fight this time, and he showed and proved that. I think he's very tough. I just don't know that he beats like elite level fighters, but he would be like a great gatekeeper to 47. As far as dads, because I've said this about all the dads, and I'm not going to stop saying it. I'm not going to say he's ready to leave his dad, but maybe the dad needs to be the cut man now. And I'll say why. Performance aside, right? He got to the end of that fight and said out of his own mouth that he is probably ready to move to 54. He also said he was not listening to his dad. He said it out of his own mouth. So y'all can call it what you want, but when you have turned off, you're in a ring in a fight or flight situation, and you are not listening to your coach anymore, something is not right. Because if there's anybody you're supposed to be listening to, it's your coach.
We had 2 instances back-to-back weekends where sons didn't listen to their head trainers who happened to be their fathers. And it got them in a rumble that they should not have been in. Just a thought. But I'm sorry.
And again, y'all can say what y'all want. Boots said it out his own mouth. So can't nobody say to me, oh, I'm being hard on Boots, or no. He said it his own self. And Jim Brown, this is not one mediocre. I mean, this is his second time fighting him. This was the second time it was a mediocre fight. He beat David Avanesian. Who cares? Who cares?
He won on points easily, but he was in a fight that he should not have been in, Jim.
He should not have been in. And you know why? Because what his daddy was saying was going in this ear and going right out the other one in that corner. And then he came back out and said, well, I'm just going to do whatever. And I also think, right, his dad put a lot of pressure on him to knock him out. And that's not necessarily what needs to be said sometimes.
Listen, and I say they loosely, but a lot of fans wanted to hang other folks out to dry to the pasture because of the fight plan that he gave his son going in the ring. However, when the first plan didn't work, he actually did in the corner adjust the plan. He actually said out his mouth and gave instructions to adjust the plan. I'm talking about Bill and Dev. Yesterday, there was no instruction. The only instruction was get him out of here. Not how to get him out of here, but get him out of here. They both were visibly frustrated. Last week, Sass Daddy actually gave decent instruction in the corner, but son, it went in one ear and went out the other ear. So I don't know if there is a power dynamic going on, if there is a not necessarily a power dynamic, but a man just growing into his own and not hearing his father for the first time, and like just that happens. So
that's what I think it is. That's exactly what I think it is. Because he even said, I'm 27, I'm about to be 28. He is starting to recognize in his own mind, as his own man, what does my career look like for myself?
Correct. That and you may want to just alter some things. It may be time for a new voice in the corner. Maybe not the cut man, but somebody else, a head trainer. And that is not always be there. But I'm just saying they can work through it. I'm not advocating for him to leave his daddy or change, but I just want everybody to make sure we acknowledge that with all of them. Okay, all of them, because y'all love to talk that shit about one particular somebody. If we gonna talk it, y'all love to say folks biased and all of that mess. Now we gonna call it all out. Okay. Yesterday was a frustrating performance from both of them. The both of them.
I don't think so. I felt like Karen did a really good job. He's just not as talented. Like he just does
I'm
not.
not talking about Karen. I'm talking about it was frustrating.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Karen because Karen did what he said he was going to do. If Karen had a little bit of pop, a little bit of extra pop on those punches, Boots would have been in trouble. His defense was trash ass yesterday. Completely trash ass yesterday. He fought the same way from round 1 to round 12. He didn't change anything. I didn't see him jab. He was just going to the head. He just felt like he was going to knock him out. He felt like he needed to knock him out because that's what he had been hearing all week. That's what he stopped listening to these fans. You better listen and have a game plan because everybody's not coming to lay down for you. That goes to all of the boxes that's on the top tier. Everybody's not coming to lay down for you. And Karen was not. First of all, Karen wanted this fight in his hometown. So he was a little pissed off. He had to come to feel it anyway. So everybody's not coming to lay down for you. And this is the second time in a row that we had two young, and Boots ain't young like that no more, but this is the second time in a row we had two guys find out that everybody is not going to be knocked out by you. You're not going to be able to knock everybody out. And it's not a knock on you that you can't knock everybody out. It's just opening up your eyes that everybody ain't finna lay down for you. And these other boxers is training hard too. They are training just as hard as you are. They want the same things you want. You're not going to be able to knock everybody out. You better learn how to change your game plan, because going to the head all night long wasn't it. He went to a body a few times, but dude, where was your jab last night? Anyway, BOXIANA, how did you feel about the fight?
For one, I'm in here hollering because never mind, it don't even matter. For two, I I still haven't digested it all. Um, I don't want to criticize people, over criticize people. I know you're reading the comments, friend, because your eyes, my face, everybody's face is balled up like a piece of paper, and I'm screaming and hollering. But at any rate, um, and like I'm not even being funny when I say this, and like y'all know how I feel about certain people. I'm not real big on Bud. I'm not real big on the whole clique. A lot of people could take some notes from Bomac. Bomac know how to deliver things to his fighters in a manner that they can understand it during the times that they're frustrated. That's the one thing about Bomac that I can give 100% credit to. He is always in control of himself, his fighters, and the fight because he has his eyes on every single thing. And I was disappointed last night because sure, um, Boots beat Kieran and he beat him pretty convincingly. But there are a lot of questions that are still unanswered when it comes to Boots. We saw him struggle. I ain't gonna say struggle. He should have stopped him this time. This would have stopped a lot of the conversation to be had about him if he was able to go in there and stop Karen. Karen just might be one of those people that just can't be stopped. That might be one of those things. He might just be a tough ass guy. But we've watched Boots in the last couple of fights, and I do not shy away from this. I don't shy away from the topic. I tell y'all all the time, the lights are too bright for Boots. He has a problem being the star. And it's not that he's not good enough. It's not that he's not capable enough. Some people just don't perform well under bright situations. People aren't able to think like that. And when you don't have that experience, you kind of never tend to get used to it because every time about it, something is going to be different. It's not always going to be the same type of lights. When we saw him fight on Tank's card, it was kind of sort of the same thing as it was last night. Like he was trying to impress the people instead of going there and do what he need to do and get this guy out of there. Like I said, a lot of people can take some notes from Bomac because the one thing about Bomac he gonna deliver some shit. So instead of telling him go, you need to get him out there. And I did hear Bozy say, you need to use your jab. He was telling him some things that could have helped, but it wasn't enough. Like I didn't see Bomac get his fighters out of some troubling ass situations. Like, and I'm not even being funny when I say this. The fight that I think of the most that make my brain say, yeah, him is Sean Porter and Budrick. When Budrick fought Sean Porter,
Yes,
he was
friend.
losing.
Yes.
Bomac
Yes.
got in that corner and was like, say, you might want to step it up a little bit, and this is what you need to do. He's coming for you. You need to put that jab out there and stick it in his fucking face and leave it there. And Bud came back, stuck that jab in his face, and then started hitting going to the body. You can hear Bomac in the corner. Hey, go to the body! Like he is into what he doing. And I expected that same thing from Bozy last night. And I felt underwhelmed. I want us as boxing fans, us as boxing people, we must right now. we have to stop mentioning Boots and Bud in the same sentence as far as a fight is concerned. No, friend. No. I told y'all that.
Oh, y'all kept telling me he needs to go to 154.
No. You know what?
Well,
Like
hold on, Nik. I stand on that he needs to go to 54. And once box wraps up, you say your part, I'm going to say very much why I think he need to go to 54.
He gonna go to get 154 and get smashed on. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Boots made so many mistakes. People put a fucking mistake demo package together on him last night because he was getting hit with things that he shouldn't have been hit with. And yes, he got a chin, but we don't know how much power these other guys have to be taking those kind of hits. You go to 154 and you start boosting a name like Madrimov, you're going to be in trouble, my guy, because it doesn't take much to get Boots frustrated. And Boots gets frustrated to where he don't listen, which a lot of these fighters do. But he doesn't have that communication with his daddy. Like his daddy is used to talking to him a certain way and they in the gym and they doing in the gym thing. In the fight, that shit a little different. And he don't talk to him how he needs to be talked to. I'm telling you, they need to go and sit in on a BOMAC training session. Let BOMAC teach them how to put them in proper places and game. Like right now, besides Derek James, there is no. I am not excluding the Garcias because I don't want to talk about the Mexican coaches. I'm talking about black coaches right now. There ain't very many complete black boxing coaches that you can go and pull and take some fucking notes from. Like y'all, we be making our jokes and shit, but we better appreciate BOMAC while we got him, cause the man be cooking, and Bozy, he needed to been cooking, but he wasn't cooking. Boots do not need to go to 154. He need to get him some Brian Norman names. Hell, at this point, fight Rolly at 147. I need to see you with some. I'm telling you, friend, he needs some Blair Cobbs. Shit, Blair Cobbs might give him a little worky work because he just be getting hit, and we don't know what he's gonna be like with another guy against some freaking power. I don't want to see him fight Conor Benn, and I know for Conor Benn to have been there running his fucking country ass up them goddamn steps in the middle of the daytime with all them people, he couldn't even get his fucking drunk ass up in the morning and go do that shit before all them people got there. He running up them stairs at 1 p.m. So something in Boots and Conor Benn is coming. And if Boots move up to 154, he will be fighting Conor Benn at 154 because they want that Christopher Eubanks fight. And if Conor Benn move up to 154, him moving up to fight what's that boy at a catch weight, it's easier to make at that point.
I think they want Conor Benn at 47 and they want Boots at 54. But I've been telling y'all, I want for Boots what Boots want for him. And for this whole duration, Boots has been saying he wants to be undisputed at 47. His dad said he wanted him at 47. And for forever, I didn't say it out loud, but I mean, I may have a few times. It's a reason why they didn't want to go to 54. He ain't ready to go up there just yet because it's no soft touches at 54. Everybody keeps saying, there's nobody for him to fight at 47, but it is, though. It really is, though. I want to see him fight Brian Norman Jr. And I don't know if y'all saw Brian Norman Jr. daddy last night, but he was clowning his ass off. I couldn't believe it, child. I said, now, Brian, now senior.
And you know what I see? I'm reading y'all comments. Like, you know what's crazy about you freaking boxing fans? If people not saying the shit that you thinking in your fucking brain, it's automatically wrong. Was we supposed to come in here and say, Boots did spectacular, Bozy did spectacular? Is that what y'all want to hear?
No.
Would that make you feel better?
If that's what you heard in the chat cussing us out. No, he didn't. He went 12. Listen,
If
Y'all
we
know what I
came in
mean.
here and said Boots did spectacular, he beat the dog shit out of Karen, that's what y'all want us to say. And it's crazy how we get put in a position where y'all saying this is the overreaction show. But Boots needs to fight somebody at 147 because he's struggling with somebody that he already went 12 rounds. So this is 24 rounds that he's fought with this person. If he go in there and fight him again, which they should make this fight a third fucking time because Boots is fucking cooking Karen is cooking.
I don't want to see it a third
I
time.
keep making him fight him until he knock him out. That's what I feel like at this point.
No, but no, I don't feel like that. I just feel like it's some fighters that are not that, you know, they're hard to get out of there. That's boxing though. I think it's a good lesson. It could be a very good lesson for Boost. But what I want him to learn from this more than anything is stop practicing bad habits. He been fighting people that he can do that with. You can keep your hands down. Because when I started watching it, it was a couple of rounds in, and I'm like, dude, put your hands up. Like, you fighting Karen, and I understand you don't respect his power, but anybody can get clipped. If you get hit on the wrong button at the wrong time, I don't care how good your calisthenics and your conditioning is, your ass gonna sit down. So stop practicing bad habits. And that's what I took away from this fight. He was in there practicing horrible ass defensive habits, and you're gonna play how you practice. I don't know if you're doing that in the gym while you training, but that shit followed you in the ring this time, and that's not acceptable, young man. You need to tighten up on that defense, and I mean really tighten up on it, because for you to go say you want to go to 154, honey, that ain't gonna work out well for you up there. I'm just saying. It takes a boxer. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you normally real big and you shrink down. When you move up a weight class, you're doing something different to your body, and it has to adjust up there. If you go up there playing at 154, that first fight, even middle tier 154, you can't go in there getting hit like you was getting hit on yesterday. You just can't do that. You can't.
Pleasy, you must be late, because what I literally just said, Karen must be really that good. Now, we ain't seen Karen fight none of these. Get Karen to Stanionis or somebody. Let Boots fight Stan. Like, what are we doing? Because I don't know what we doing here. I really honestly don't.
I feel like Boots should be fighting. I want Boots what Boots wants for himself. Like he said, he wanted to be undisputed at 47. Mario Barrios got a fight coming up this weekend coming up. So maybe they can finally get it on if he wins his fight and they can unify. You got Stanionis over there, and you also got Brian Norman Jr., which is a fight I would love to see. Boots was in the ring talking about, he just really didn't, his dad saying he didn't really get up for this fight. At this point in your career, that is not an excuse. You are a professional champion. If you didn't get up for this fight, why should I trust you to get up for any other fight? This was a fight that people were expecting you to knock this man out. How do you not get up for that? I don't understand it. Let me read this super chat. Give me super chats. Yeah. Ramses, thank you so much. He says, paying my dues. Peace, fam. Thank you, Ramses. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for coming through. And we also have, who else came through here with a super chat? Canelo Duckman, he says, Osterin called out Boots too. Yeah, I saw that. Very interesting. Exactly. Screw him with a sick rhinoceros pistol. Screw him. And I think that's it for the super checks. Okay, go ahead, friend.
There's a lot. There's so much to unpack with this fight. So even last night, I had text friend and I said, if I was any of the guys at 47, I would be so hungry to make a fight with Boots at this point, because now you've seen someone put to action a way to a plan to execute against him. Karen just had it. He can't. It's like, I don't know. Maybe he watched the first fight, or maybe he's watched his other fights in between then. But they definitely came in with a game plan that was working. And I don't care what y'all say. I'm not saying that he needs to change his coaches, but there needs to be someone else there that can make it make sense for him. because again, he said out his own mouth that his dad was telling him to do one thing and he went back in the ring and decided to do the opposite. So y'all call that what you will. But any of these, here's the thing. If he decides to stay at 47, he has to realize a few things here. And Box hit on this. And this is why you have to have a certain type of team around you and people that can make you understand the level and the moment, right? You can't. And you know what? I think I said this on Greg's show. Everybody wants to be Tank until it's time to get in them lights. And you start to recognize how difficult it is you got to turn it on. And that's the and I'm only like using him as an example, friend, right? Because he's one of the ones that can sell a pay-per-view. There are not many pay-per-view sellers, right? Or like even Canelo, the pressure never goes away. In fact, every pay-per-view, I would venture to say that it becomes more and there's more and more pressure because you want to continue to do well. You know, when you get on Twitter, the fanagers is going to be talking about your pay-per-view numbers and what your gate did. And so it's a different level when you get into those lights. And friend is not wrong. He doesn't have no one around him really, I feel like, to help him understand what the moment is.
And you know what? Speaking of the moment, cousin said a word. His image does not help any of this. And like, I know y'all be saying, y'all women, y'all got to understand when like the sports ain't just surrounded by men. You know what I'm saying? Like women look at different things than what you guys will be looking at. He not no bad looking dude. He could be visually better. And like it would add to his image, add to his profile. Like Eddie Hearn showed up with a sweater, a V-neck sweater with no t-shirt under it last night. Do you know how sweaty and itchy and funky? Go ahead, friend. My bad.
No, I want you to keep talking. I just want to speak after you finish.
And here's the other thing, for like the image doesn't go and his personality does not match the moment. And this is why I said, for example, Tank. Everybody wants to be a star in this sport until it's time to be a star. You have to be able to turn it on. I saw somebody tweet literally that Boots, if you go look on his Twitter, he tweets the same thing almost every other day when it's time for a fight. He even in his press conferences, like when he talks, he says the same thing. It's very robotic. He has nobody to sit him down and tell him, hey, you know, maybe this is how we answer a question. Maybe this is what you should say. I'm not saying that you have to be outside of your personality and who you are, but at some point, if you want to be a champion, and I've always said this, you have to carry it a certain type of way. That's why everybody loves Errol. He's the mayor when it's time to fight.
Well,
he the mayor. He out in Dallas. He doing everything. You feel like you know him, right? He's everywhere. He's not shy. Aside from, but I feel like that's because of the teeth. But you know, like he speaks pretty well. Y'all know I love him. I'm just saying, you know, it sounds a little slow, but he speaks well. He don't know because it's not shade. It's not shade. I promise it's not shade. I'm just saying, you know, people do make fun of him like he sound country and slow, and it's, you know, they do. That's all. But when he speaks well. And even like I told y'all, when he was getting that thing in the city and he showed up in jeans and I could see his PSD purple underwear. That is so inappropriate. But there's no one there to say.
So here's the thing. I get exactly what you're saying. He needs media training for sure. But aside from that, this is what separates stars from superstars. Everybody wants to be a superstar, but superstardom is not for everybody. And that is okay. That's the thing. It's okay. Boots is, to me, this is just, I don't know him at all from a can of paint, but this is just me observing him when he's in interviews. He's very uncomfortable around a lot of people. When you see him doing interviews, he's going to always have on a dark pair of shades. He's wanting to avoid eye contact. He's just not that kind of an outgoing person. If I had to guess, I would say he's probably a loner. If I had to guess, I would say he's very much a hermit. He like you said, he tweets the same things. He's running, he's in the gym, he going to church. That's what I know about Boots from his Twitter. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. When I think of Boots, I think of, like, in throwback boxer terms, I'm thinking of like a Marvin Hagler. Marvin was quiet, but he was going to get in that ring and hurt you bad. That's what he did. He's going to show up. He's going to have on his nice suit. He's going to have on his shades. But what he did in the ring spoke volumes for him. You don't have to be outside of yourself. Be very comfortable in who you are. And I think that he's having that dilemma, trying to figure that out. It's a real slippery slope right now with the whole social media thing and everybody wanting you to be rah-rah, and you don't have to do that. But when you are doing your media runs and stuff like that, you need to have some different kind of answers. You need to practice what you're going to say, just like you in that ring practicing. You have to practice that. That's media training. They don't have that now. And it's very evident when you see them doing media. So I would encourage him.
I would even say he don't even do media. Like, how many interviews did y'all see?
It wasn't a lot.
No, y'all keep it 100 with me. Chat, y'all keep it 100. How many interviews did y'all see?
It wasn't a lot, but this whole fight card, this whole production, they didn't have great marketing. Right. They didn't have great marketing. And a lot of that could be because he's just not him or Bam. Neither one of them are that kind of personality. What I'm saying is it's okay. You don't have to push that. You don't have to fake that. You don't have to do any of that. But get you some media training so that you are at least comfortable when you are in front of somebody, because he looks very uncomfortable, even with the after the fight commentary. And y'all know I hate that anyway. But it's just, he was all over the place. First, he was going to 54. Then he was going to stay at 47 for some fights. He just was all over everywhere. But all of that is because he knew the crowd was displeased. He was a little bit disappointed with himself. And he just was all over the place. When you have some media training, you already have in your head what you're going to say, whether you lose or you win. You kind of already know that. But that comes with media training. He needs that. He really needs it. So let me read these super chats real fast and y'all can have it. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Tevin Smith, he says, Errol may be that when it's time to fight, but his problem is when it's not time to fight, though. Tevin. And you laughing a little bit too hard over there.
Because why he have to do that?
TD Harden, he says, Texas girls are at it again. I'm not saying that. Y'all brought back the cute girl in the middle. Yes, we did, TD Harden. And I want you to take brung out of your vocabulary. Don't you type that nowhere else.
Irregardless, brung is a word. Irregardless.
Y'all finna get kicked out of here is what y'all finna get. All of y'all.
I've been quiet.
Bo Desi says, I blame all the people that hype Boots without seeing Boots prove himself. Talented, yes, but hasn't fought anyone, nor have we seen him handle adversity. You know what, Bo Desi, I can't disagree with you, because all that I've been hearing for years and years is he passed the eye test thing. But when you get in there with somebody that's game, you're going to have the adversity when it shows up. You're going to have to come on with it. And I'm not saying that he lost the fight or anything like that. They scored it correctly. He won practically all rounds. I think I gave Karen maybe 3 or 4 rounds. But my biggest issue with this fight for Boots Ennis was him, and the bad habits that he's developed showed up. And had Karen been somebody else, we would have had a different conversation. That's what I'm saying.
So, friend, here's where I'm a little thrown with Boots, because you can't tell us that you are a star, you're gonna be pound for pound, yada yada yada. And let's bring this all full circle. So now, right, say he ends up fighting Virgil in February on a Riyadh card. He's going to have to do media. It's going to be nonstop for something like that. So because you're not good with media, the fight, that will take a toll on him when it's time to fight, because he's going to feel so out of his element. He's going to feel very uncomfortable. He's not going to understand. You don't have a choice to do a lot of this media for a big card like this. And then you're going to go to the media and just not say nothing. That's not going to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he fighting a guy like Virgil. Virgil is no punk. He going to come ready to fight. Virgil's going to love the moment because he's been wanting to get into a big fight.
He's been waiting. He's been waiting.
So you're going to have all of that working against you on a very big card. And when he go to 54, because I said this to Greg, he gonna go up to 54, and there ain't no going back to 47. So I hope he knows what he want to do.
I don't think he should be at 54 just yet. Phenomenal Mexican says, Janae, we won't be renewing Box's contract next month.
Why my friend in it? We're not renewing your contract. But them guys at 47, if they saw what I saw last night, I'll be ready to fight Boots. But again, let's go back to, you have to understand, it's just not gonna be a pay-per-view fight. You gotta take what the gate is gonna pay.
And that's another thing. Like I said, everybody wants to be a superstar. Everybody's not meant to be a superstar. You only have so many of them. Okay. But it's okay to be a star. Hearns was a star. Hagler was a star. Of that crew, Ray Leonard was the super star. Okay. Everybody's not meant to be that. And that is okay.
I agree, but they need to act like the pay need to match. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can't be this. That's why I got so frustrated about the Brian Norman thing. Y'all can't want these high ass guarantees when nobody's carrying the fight.
Well, what I want to say about this is the fight would have been way more interesting had he been fight. The buildup would have been way more interesting had they made that fight with Brian Norman Jr. Had they paid them extra ducats for Brian Norman Jr., this fight would have been, the build up for this fight would have been a lot more interesting. And the fight itself, I think, would have been a better production. I think we would have got a better performance out of it. That's just me. But every fight is going to be your best fight. And I get that. I
agree. It's going to be a banger if he decides to stay at 47. But what I'm saying is, when only the money is coming from the gate, we have to think about how much can we really pay for this fight.
Well, this wasn't.
I think that was the issue the first go around. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no pay-per-view money that's going to come at the end of this. So it's like, if we do this gate, what's everybody going home with at the end? And I told y'all, Eddie ain't going to lose no money. Eddie's not leaving in the red. Okay.
No,
he's going home with his check first. So.
Phenomenal Mexican says Boots is gonna pull a Plant versus Canelo and fan out. Ooh, don't say that. 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 I don't know. Look.
It's complex.
It is complex, and I said Friday. If this fight, if he doesn't put on a spectacular performance in this fight, I knew this was going to be the outcome. I knew people were going to start questioning him. I knew people were going to start asking what the hell. What I did know was that he was going to go in there and lack the defense responsibility that he needs if he's going to campaign for undisputed or campaign at 154, because y'all kept telling me ain't nobody down there to fight him. Not Virgil Ortiz. Barrio said he wanted to fight. Brian Norman Jr. said he wanted to fight. Stan got a fight coming up. But at this point, I don't think anybody is like ducking and dodging Jerron Boots Ennis. I really don't. I that's just me. I may be wrong, but that's just me.
Say, friend, last night after the fight, when they go in the back and they do the media, Eddie said that PBC already wrote him and told him that Stan's opponent is ready to take some step aside money to make that fight.
I'm just saying.
He said it. He did say that last night. So
I'm just saying. And the other thing about this also, this was Karen that we're talking about. Karen is a tough opponent, but Karen is not a champion. Standing on this, he's a tough fucker from around the way over in Eastern Europe. Brian Norman is here. He got a point to prove because people are questioning him. And then we got Barrios, who I feel like gave Tank Davis a really good fight up until he didn't. And he was completely weight drained from being pulled back down. So I'm just saying, it's fights of 47. I've never been one to rush him to 54. That's just me. Watch for the hook. Thank you so much. He says everybody want to know who you are and when you're becoming a superstar. Random. They do, but it takes a minute to get there. It does. Fred, what you over there doing?
Oh, listening to the great boxing talk because y'all was in the business over here. I don't be messing with no money. I just want to see who's going to show up and knock somebody out and don't be making no excuses when you don't. So great boxing dialogue, you guys. Because like I said, you know me. I'm here to see who going to get their wig snatched off. I don't care about no money, who's selling what. None of
Drink
that.
more water. He was ready to go to 47 when Tank offered him the fight. He has not fought at 40 since that fight. I know you know that. Quit playing crazy. I know you know that.
Friend, I don't be about the money, but I just be referencing it in the point of, if nobody here is going to be a pay-per-view star, the money is real limited. So we just have to.
I just want to remind you of something. Well, Mario Barrios had a rehydration clause that he didn't speak on until after this Ryan Garcia shit came out. So I see your comment, and I just want to respond to the people that I see in here because I'm not really saying much. But Mario Barrios had a weight clause, so I just want to say that he's sleazy.
When they fought at 140, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Freeze Temp, thank you so much. He says Boots beats all at 147.
And nobody's arguing with that.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I don't disagree.
But what we're saying is his daddy said that they got unleashed pit bull that be walking around the street bullying people. And like for the last couple of fights, you know what? I want to say last couple fights because he went in there and did his business against Roman Villa. But when Karen just might be a tough bitch. Let's just leave it there. Karen just tough, and that's okay. Make Stanionis versus Boots next at 147.
Just like that dude was tough that Schofield fought. He beat that man up, and he did not knock him out. He just got battered. for 12 rounds. And everybody can take that kind of punishment.
And they can't.
Yeah, some
Sleazy, and I don't give a shit about no rehydration clauses and shit, because when y'all come in here and say that Canelo on that shit, and then y'all be talking about fighters that be fighting him, I have a thing. You better Juicy J up. If you think he on the shit, you better get your ass on the shit and not get caught. I don't give a damn about weight classes, rehydration clause, all that shit that y'all be talking about. Who gonna show up and who gonna get their ass beat? That's all I give a damn about. Like, if you think that man on steroids and you finna fight him and you come in there clean, that's a you problem. That ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on you. If I'm finna fight you and you know I carry a gun, why the fuck would you show up with a knife? You look you look crazy. Okay, you look crazy. You better Juicy J up and get right with yourself, because if not, you finna get your ass beat.
Rita said they all doing it, so
I'm not even finna with Regis. Okay, before we get out of here, I want y'all to tell me what you want next for Boots. What you want him to do next? Who you want him to fight? Where you want him to go? What's next for Boots Ennis?
Bully, you know I love you. Bully, you know I love you. But let me tell you, hey, that sounds like you problem. That's what it sounds like to me. If my fighter is getting his maximum performance and taking his enhancement how he's supposed to, you better get in the kitchen and cook you up something like some dope, because if not, you're getting cooked. That's just all it is. I want Boots to fight, and I hate this for Rashidi. There was once upon a time where I wanted Jaron Ennis versus Rashidi Ellis really, really bad. I just don't think Rashidi is. I just don't know no more about Rashidi. It's been too much time. I want to see Stan at 147. Like, give him he's another Eastern European, because he's struggling with them.
And this time, a chance at a belt too.
Yeah. So if he beats Stan, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I'll consider, let's go to 154 and get some low leveled at 154. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to fight. Yeah, I want him to get him something like that. Maybe a Stanionis. I still Brian Norman Jr. Yeah, Trey. Rashidi is fighting, but he's fighting on the prelims. Like, it ain't where he is visible anymore.
The undercard.
The undercard.
Bodisi the late bloomer came back. Thank you so much. $9.99. He says, one thing I don't like is when you have a bad performance, boxers run to Twitter and criticize, but make excuses why they can't get in the ring. See, I told you he wasn't good. Whole behavior. I can't disagree with that. I won't disagree with that. I'm not a fan of that type of behavior either. Janae, what would you like for Jaron Boots Ennis to do next? Where do you see him going from this point?
Well, I want that team over there to pick up the phone and call me.
Ma'am, please. I'm asking you about Jaron, ma'am, please. Thank you.
But and then once they do that, here's what I would say. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, friend. And I just think if you want to stay at 47, do that. I think he should maybe understand what that's going to come with. And I would say, if he's really at a point where he feels like he's ready to move up to 54, y'all got on me when I said this, but again, it's something to be said that he so far is a career-long welterweight. So if he wants to go to 54, I think it's like you said, Nik, there's just things he's going to have to stop playing with, because it's a lot of loose dogs at 54. That don't mind banging. They do not mind taking your head off. They are some they not even in a cage. They loose, like they're wild pit bulls running down the alleys chasing people. And so I would just say, if he's going to go to 54 and fight Virgil, I don't know that we'll ever see him turn back to 47.
Oh, no. I don't think if once he moves up, he's not coming back down.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he's in a very tricky situation. And he just, whatever he chooses, he gonna have to rock with it. But I think if he, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that one, because it's a very complex situation.
Interesting. Phenomenal Mexican, thank you so much. He says, how many fighters has Tank drained? 3, 4? I don't know, Phenomenal Mexican. He says, Tank Davis a weenie for his rehydration clauses. Well, damn.
Well, he done weight drained about the last 10 opponents. How about that? All of them.
This is what I think. Because there's a lot of folks in the comments that are, huge Gervonta fans. And what I will say about this is Tank is a small man. And so I'm not upset with him. But if you're going to do that, why don't you just get the IBF belt so that you won't have to do that, and let the other boxers who not scared of folks coming in overweight, making weight, that don't need that. Let them have those belts. Get the IBF belt because you're not big on belts anyway. Get the IBF belt and stay there. And for all those folks, I would also say, I don't want to hear a mumbling motherfucking word if and when Tank potentially goes down to fight Monster anyway, and Monster requires a rehydration clause. I don't want to hear shit.
Okay. I am so tired of you boxing fans and y'all fucking tears and you crying because people ain't saying shit that y'all don't want to say. Listen, let me tell you something. We're not going to agree here, you guys. Nobody's mad about anybody. Like, nobody gives a shit about what y'all think about fair fucking boxing. None of that shit matters. None of y'all opinion matter. None of our opinion matter. They're going to go and do this same fucking shit anyway. You know what we're going to do? Watch it. And y'all just be complaining about the wrong fucking shit, y'all. Like, give it a fucking rest. Tank is Jesus to some of y'all. You can't say nothing wrong about Tank, because if you say something wrong about Tank, y'all in here, y'all crying. You say something wrong about Shakur, y'all in here crying. Y'all guys Jesus to us, okay? And he can't.
Crying over a man who paint his nails.
He a water walker. All y'all favorite fighters is water walkers, all right? Y'all the water walkers. Y'all the water walkers, okay? Nobody's hating on fucking Tank, okay? Tank he knocks people out. That's what makes him so exciting. Like, I don't know what make y'all go and tie y'all boxes up in the center, but y'all favorite fighters are water walkers, all right? Can we end the fucking discussion of who great? Y'all crying. You're crying. You're crying. Y'all guys are water walker. Untie your boxes in the middle and just let them free.
Me and Tank got the same nail polish color going on right now.
Okay, I'm about to kick you out of here.
I mean, I'm just saying.
What we
and
do?
Tell me why. Let me read the super chat. Taylor Smith says if the PBC is serious about making the standing on his fight, he should stay. If not, he should go get Virgil. I don't want him to go get Virgil his first fight. I don't.
The problem is Stan, I think, is fighting in between now and February or close to that time. Yeah,
but that's the PBC, and we don't even know when Tank fighting. So
yeah, but we on the top.
Water walkers can do whatever they want to do. Let the water walker do whatever he want.
I'm just saying, the business this year for PBC has been a little sketchy. So we're saying Stan has a fight, but that could change, is what I'm saying. Phenomenal Mexican says, we're going to get Bob Arum on the phone. Floyd, yeah, they don't want to be talking about that, though. They don't want to talk about that. No, I'm just saying seriously. we don't know when Mr. Davis is fighting, y'all. I am concerned about that. Like, he's deleted his Twitter. But riddle me this, all you tankaholics. Riddle me this, you Titanic tank fans. Why your boy go missing? Why he MIA? Now I know he the king of tweeting and deleting, but he just shut the whole damn thing down. What's going on? He don't want to talk? What the problem is? What's it?
Lamont was at the fight last night.
Who was?
Lamont. Well, last I heard it was January, but I don't really know for sure. But it's supposed to be January. But you know, that's coming from the other side, so I'm gonna be the last to know.
What
So look like ain't no date on the schedule.
You listen,
ain't no date on the schedule.
I want to see what's going on. What's going on? Because I know y'all have some type of way to twist and spin while he, has deactivated all his social media. What has happened? Did he tell y'all? Did he tell his fans what's going on?
Let's call Ray Jackson and find out.
Hey, Sleazy. Sleazy, no. Sleazy, no. Ask Sleazy.
Sleazy. What happened to your guy? Did he send out a memo?
You know what? No, let me tell y'all. On some real shit, I ain't been on social media either. Honestly, like, ain't shit on social media but a bunch of troll ass. My friend be telling me to call y'all bruvs. So I've been having my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man finna have a baby, like a possibility as a fight. The baby born? Okay. Either way, he got a new kid. Baby. He got a new kid. Like, I ain't been on social media either. I've been living. I get on there, tweet every couple of days, and like gone about my business. Like, I ain't thinking nothing into Tank deleting his Twitter.
I'm not thinking it either, but they hang on every tweet and every word. And so that I was just wondering, and I see some people saying he locked in. He got the lock in like that for Lamont Rowe.
Yes. You want to know why? Because Shakur said, y'all may not want to sleep on Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is that guy. And like me, Lamont, my friend, you know what I'm saying? I want him to go ahead and move up to 154 pounds so he won't be starving no more. He be hungry. My friend say I like to eat food, and I understand because the Big Back Association, we are family. Like, I get it. But like, I'm not mad at none of this shit no more.
I ain't never been mad. I just got questions. That's all.
If Tank don't come back in January, you know why? It's because I feel like something's funny with the money, and they trying to compile. We got to think about it. Okay?
You feel?
Yes, I feel. We got to think about it.
We ain't got to feel, baby. We know something funny with the money.
David is supposed to be coming back. Tank is supposed to be coming back. Errol is supposed to be coming back. Frank is supposed to be coming back. They have all of these fighters that they need to put a card on for. And see, my messy spirit be telling me one thing, but I'll be trying to be civil on Sundays. So,
but we be thinking on Sundays. So what your messy spirit say?
I'm thinking we got the same one. You know what's going on.
My brain is telling me that Tank ain't gonna be the main card, and he ain't settling for being nobody's co-main on shit. That's what my messy brain is telling me, but I can't.
So my messier brain is telling me.
What is
somebody got to pay for other people's fights?
And robbing Peter to pay Paul, like I told y'all a long time ago.
And so they figure, well, Tank and Lamont ain't gonna. Tank and Lamont ain't gonna pay for Errol Spence to fight. It ain't gonna pay for David to fight because we've been hearing in the wind that Errol and David is pretty much fighting back to back at the top of the year.
And we gotta use our brains. And like, I get Sleazy. Your comments are standing out to me the most. I see them all running in because it's a bunch of them running in.
Let me read the super chat. TD Harden says some of these guys are eating too many Tank Franks. Thank you, TD Harden. And yes, they gobble and swallow.
Gobblers, for sure.
They gobble and swallow daily. And the Phenomenal Mexican came back and says Tank deleted X because he's in his red hair era. Fingernails.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep y'all ain't gonna slander Tank like that. Like y'all keep it to a minimum. I see y'all in the comments because when they get started, y'all be hyping them up and stuff. Like it ain't gonna be like that. Something is not right. And Sleazy, I saw what you said that Tank said he would be the undercard to David, but David is going to be the undercard to somebody else.
Well, I'm not surprised at that. David doesn't have a belt up there. If he gonna be the undercard on Tank fight again, then I wouldn't be mad at that.
But would Tank be the undercard? Would Tank be the co-main to Errol and Sebastian Fundora?
I don't see Tank being not being the main card on any fight.
But this is why I'm saying,
you know, who would be co-main for Errol?
Mel. If he come back, I could see Mel doing it.
David.
Who?
Or David.
David has been on an Errol Spence card before in Dallas.
Well, Emily already said that wasn't true. She did say that wasn't true. So
it's too many options.
David got to be fighting with somebody.
I wouldn't be surprised if David and EJ were on the same card. That wouldn't shock me, and it wouldn't shock me if David and Tank were on the same card. They just
who would that leave to go on Tank card? Because the feeling of the card is the issue. PBC then lost a lot of fighters. A lot of their people then went to Matchroom and shit. Where's Mel and Maul?
His card. Fulton was supposed to come back on that card, and somebody else was supposed to come back on it. They might have Stan on that card, on one of those cards too. Stan could come back, and if they, Stan could come back and be on one of those undercards as well. I hope so. I'm pulling for the PBC to get it together. I want the transition to get on track. Because we missed out a lot.
If Stan comes back, then I don't know how that would go with making a fight with Boots.
I don't want Boots. Oh. I see what you're saying there. Mm-hmm. Well, but that's the thing. It can either be Stan or it could be Barrios. Barrios is fighting next weekend. If Barrios wins, he's going to be available. They'll be available for the same time. So that would work.
Well, Barrios is fucking with Jake Paul. So his terms is going to look a little different going into this fight because he got some pretty decent representation now.
Yeah. I would never say Tank is going to be co-main and not headlining his own card. I don't ever see that happening. Ever. I don't see that happening. His fans will be so outraged they burn the PBC headquarters down. I don't see that happening. But it is just very interesting, this whole debacle. I've never seen PBC put out a flyer promoting the fight, giving the date, giving the city, and then something going wrong, and it doesn't have anything to do with the injury for either of the fighters. Nobody said it didn't have anything to do with money, in my mind, because the pushing of the venue is just a really broad statement, especially since the venue is not booked on that day. So why is the venue not booked if it's available? To me, that screams money issue. So I don't know. Yeah, they were storming the Capitol, baby. What? Baby, what? With tiki torches and knives. Come on now. Tevin Smith says when Canelo say he's fighting on his date and he fight in the date and his opponents is getting $10 million, Tank won't give Shakur $6 million. Tank fights must not be bringing the money they be claiming he is. Oh, let me read that again. He says when Canelo say he fighting on this date and he fight in that date and his opponent's getting $10 million, Tank won't give Shakur $6 million. Tank fights must not be bringing in the money they claim he be bringing in. Listen, honey.
For Tevis, they're paying Tank so much.
They can't afford to pay nobody else. I don't know. Victor also says, tank advice, please. What kind of advice are you looking for us to give him, honey? What advice is about what? About what? I am legend. Thank you so much. He says, Ma slipped up and said Al Heyman is sick. He did. He did slip up and say that. And we've been hearing that for months and months and months. And then there was something circulating that said he had gotten in better health and he was back involved with the running of things. And then we heard from Maul that he was sick. So I'm assuming the man is unwell. And that is why we have been so unsteady this year with the PBC fights. I want everything to work out. Because a lot of my fighters fight on PBC, and I missed seeing them this year. So nobody's hoping for the PBC's demise. I hope that's not what y'all think we're saying. But the transition to Prime has not been a smooth one.
I don't know. Y'all know I ain't no Bud fan, but I believe Bud. I believe everything he said about PBC at this point. And something ain't sitting right in my spirit.
What he said, friend?
Something funny, and that's what he said. And something funny.
Tevin Smith says they ain't paying Tank more than they paying Canelo, though. No, they're not. They absolutely
but Canelo is selling 500,000 pay-per-views, and tickets is going for 10,000, 20,000 to sit on the floor.
You know what, Karma? That has been my biggest question. She says Al doesn't have a replacement to step in for him.
Who gonna replace Al Heyman, the power player that's been power played all of these moves for all of this time? Who can replace him, friend? He could leave step-by-step instructions for these people and they still not follow his plan.
People don't understand. You have to have a certain finesse and business acumen and, and like Al, listen, we could walk past Al on the street and never know it was him. But the way that he conducts business, he don't want to be in the limelight.
But when I said that we don't even know if his name is really Al Heyman, y'all was ready to choke me out.
No, friend, I was on your side. Operation Tinfoil Hat, okay? Because Operation Tinfoil Hat.
And Ryan, I agree with you. I think Big Turk is the one that is going to take this shit over, but he gets so much pushback. Big Turk is the only person that's giving us challenged ass fights and a concert. It be late at night, but it's good. And he give away vehicles, you guys. And I'm telling y'all, I'm going in that bitch dressed as one of his cousins next time he has something over here in America. I'm leaving with a wagon. The Lucid.
But friend, you see, he already, we gotta lower the pay-per-view prices. I'm telling you, everybody's money is funny. Because and this goes back to my point. These fighters gonna have to get realistic about what they want to get paid.
Not what they want to get paid, what they're going to get paid.
What they're going to get paid. Yeah. That's right, Nik. Everybody's gonna have to get realistic here, because when you can't sell no pay-per-views, there's no money left in the event. All you got is the gate, and that's it. So I like Turkey, and I don't agree with having one belt, which is the other thing that he's trying to push that I do absolutely do not agree with.
Fuck that shit.
I'm a fan of that.
I'm a fan of one belt. All this bullshit, people holding on to the belt. Nah, we got one belt and we finna make y'all fight over it.
And if you want it, you gotta come get it. That's it. That's all. I'm a fan of the one
I completely disagree. Y'all remember, we're gonna take 4 sanctioning bodies, 4 lists of top 10, 15 fighters and smush it all into one. How long y'all think it's going to take to make these fights? And then these guys is only fighting one time a year.
That's going to stop all of that. Y'all going to have to fight to get the shot. Y'all have to fight. You don't get that. Just what you said. You're going to have to get realistic about the money you make. You can't sit up and wait and fight once a year and that holds you over to the next year and then you want to fight again and you get to be picky and choosy. No, sir. No, sir. Absolutely not, sir. That to me is going to make more stars because you got people really acting like they superstars when you're not. You delusional about who you are. That's not who you are. You haven't made it there yet, honey. You have to fight somebody first before that's who you think you are, sugar. So yeah, I'm a fan of the one belt. I am. I ain't gonna lie, I am.
This is my suggestion, which I think I don't like one belt. And also I don't like one belt because I feel like people will start fixing fights. We will really start to see the cheating. We will really start to see boxing get so out of control because everybody is going to desperately want that belt at their stable. I feel like the bodies need to all have one set of rules. I think that's really the problem.
I agree with that. I think everybody should implement the IBF rules. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I think they need to put some, there's no order right now. It's completely rapid running, crazy, whatever you want to do in boxing. There's no order. And I think they need to establish some order. And if Turkey Al-Sheikh can come through with his big pockets and establish some order in boxing, I'm all for it. All for it. These people are waiting 6 and 12 months to get in the ring. And it's like, no, absolutely not. And then they do that thinking that they superstars. Absolutely not. No, I don't see you enough for you to be thinking you a superstar. No, hell no. Freeze Tim, thank you so much. He says the Queens of Boxing Talk. Great channel. Thank you, Freeze Tim. So I hope you come back next Friday. Also, and we're finna get out of here because y'all not gonna hold me hostage for no hour.
Because when did we get in here and start trying to give y'all 3-hour shows? Y'all be pushing it, and I see what y'all doing. Y'all sending these super chats.
Yeah, we get
back. No, we're gonna leave. We're leaving.
Watch for the hook. He says bald head barber was right all along. I guess. LOL. Well, TD Harden came back. TD. He says beautiful women who really know boxing. Love it. Thank you, TD Harding. We appreciate you coming through. And I Am Legend came back. He says, watch The Black Godfather on Netflix. I was just going to say that. You could tell who ain't watched it. I Am Legend. He says he was Al Heyman's mentor. Al doesn't have a successor. Leonard wanted to be it, but nope, it's going to be bad now. Absolutely. And if you guys have not watched The Black Godfather, please do yourself a favor. Clarence Avance was a gem. We've had a lot of OGs pass away and a lot of knowledge left with them. But I would implore you guys. Quincy Jones just passed away. He was connected to everybody. When I say Clarence Avant, who was considered the Black Godfather, was attached to anybody that's big in entertainment, Black folks. Please do yourself a favor and watch that Netflix show. It's a documentary, but it's called The Black Godfather. It is excellent. Tefis came back. He says one belt means you got to hold the belt to beat the man, not 4 different guys babysitting a belt claiming to be top dog. Absolutely. So we had a great show, y'all. We had a really good show. We appreciate all the super chats. Janae, can you give your parting words, please?
Thank y'all for letting me duck in the middle of the show. No, for real. I was like, let me get on here with my friends, especially about Boots. Y'all know I love Boots. I want Boots to do well. But nobody is above, criticism. And Nik, like you said, we're going to keep the same energy for all the daddies across the board. But really, I just wanted to come on here and talk with my friends. You know, I got an extra hour of sleep now. I could stay up late. Okay. That's it. But just thanks for having me as always.
Of course. Absolutely. We have one more super chat coming through. Man Ray, he came through with the 20 piece. Late night, I was working. We'll rewatch from the beginning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Get that money. Friend, go ahead and give us your closing words.
It's about 400 people in here.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to all y'all. It's late on a Sunday. It's football. Y'all in here watching the girls talk boxing. Like, yeah. Yes, autocomplete. We are leaving. Like, y'all be trying to hold us hostage in here because y'all be like, y'all don't come on every day. We not supposed to. My friend has been really, really big on that since we started. We ain't gonna oversaturate y'all. Y'all get tired of seeing our face after a couple of days. So y'all get 2 shows and occasionally a third when we up to it. But we appreciate y'all. Like everybody, this is a group chat between me and my friends just live for y'all to join into. So like we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you new here, you like what you got here, hit the subscribe button. We're here every Friday, majority of the Fridays at 9:30 p.m. And on Sundays, we're back here at 7:30 p.m. And this is like this, unless there's no fights, we're here. But yeah, no, like we thank y'all for coming to kick it with us. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll be back on Friday because what's coming up?
Friend, ain't you working Friday?
And is
okay, wait, y'all, hold on.
No, don't be shy. Y'all wanted to flip it on me when I first came on here. We flipping it back on BOXIANA tonight. Yeah, tell them about what you're doing, friend.
It's not guaranteed yet, but we may or may not be here. I'll tell y'all what I'm supposed to be doing though. Friday night is Saturday night is a Friday. It's Friday night. Friday night is the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, right?
In Arlington Stadium.
I got asked to do some media work for a pretty big channel.
Yeah, don't say who. Just
I ain't gonna say who. No, I ain't gonna say who because I'll tell it all when I can tell it all. But a pretty big boxing network asked me to do some media for them for Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. So we may or may not be here on Friday. If not, we'll be here on Thursday or something. Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Y'all gonna die. Anyway, Victor came through. One last super chat. He says, "Good night, ladies. And your friend is just too."
Oh my gosh. I'm not getting on nobody else's shows. They do this when Greg be like, oh, come over here. Which by the way, he wants y'all to get on there one night. So we need to go like have a takeover.
Come crash the spot one night. We don't have to come crash the spot one night.
You too, friend. Hate to break it to you. You especially.
Yeah, you too. Listen. Also, let me just share with y'all because we've been going through this process for a minute now. But let me just share with you guys. We are actually official, legit. If you see or hear anybody else calling themselves the Queens of Boxing Talk, they are a big old fat nasty stinking lie because we are official, baby. Our trademark was approved. We are the Queens of Boxing Talk. Okay. Period, poo. Okay. Period, poo. Yeah. So y'all get ready. We're about to launch some merch the beginning of the year. We got some things coming up. We wanted to be official before we did all of that because I don't want nobody trying to come back and collect no money after we, start selling stuff. But yes, y'all, we have been waiting. It is a process. But we want it to be legit and be all. So thank you guys so much for riding for your girls. Make sure y'all share this episode. Share all the episodes. Listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. I don't really never ask y'all for nothing. We got a couple of episodes that ain't hit 1K yet. I don't know what was going on with YouTube. But I need y'all to just go back on those episodes and click it so we can get them views because I feel a way about not having a 1K beside our episode. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, thank y'all. We love y'all. We'll see y'all either Thursday or Friday. Stay tuned. Look in the community section because I will keep you guys posted. If my friend Indeed is gonna be on assignment, I'll let y'all know. Okay. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next week. Well, Thursday or Friday. Stay posted. Bye.